Hey guys, welcome back to Vanguard Motor Sales. Man, I got a cool one for you today. 1969 Mustang. I know she looks like a Boss 429 with that big hood scoop, but underneath that hood is a 460. It's been bored out to 468, and she is looking sharp, man. This thing's been all blacked out. You can see they painted all the trim, the bumpers. Everything's blacked out on this thing, and she looks sweet. It's got that chin spoiler down there looking good. It's got the late model headlights in it too. They got eyebrows on them looking good. And I tell you what, the painter that painted this thing knocked it out of the park, especially his body, man. I tell you, it looks like it's got a big black mirror over it. It is beautiful. Then of course, they've used the traditional Magnum 500 wheels, looking sweet. Those are wrapped in some BFGs, also looking sweet. I mean, it's just an absolutely gorgeous car. They did this with a lot of taste. They left the original interior in it. Of course, it looks like it's brand new. That big Hurst Shifter in there, looking sweet. The center console. We got seat belts in the front and in the rear. Looks like some 6x9 speakers back there. That package tray is huge. We got the dome lights are working there. The headliner's looking good. Just everything about the car is looking sweet, man. And what you don't see a lot of 69s out there. Of course, you see a lot of 67s, a lot of 68s, a lot of 65s, a lot of 66s. You just don't see the 69s. And like that, now you see the back bumper's been all tucked and shaved in there, looking good. Of course, those tail lights also looking sweet. We got an aftermarket setup on the fuel fill, that exhaust that's going to do all the talking when you fire up that big 468. She is looking beautiful. As you look down the side of this thing, that black paint is looking sweet. The rake on the car is looking good. Of course, the back tires are bigger than the front tires, just like they should be. All the trim up here is also looking good. They got just enough bright work on this thing to make it stand out. And again, I love that hood scoop, that Boss 9 hood scoop. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, we don't do consignment. That means we own this Mustang, so you know we did our homework before we bought it. Then we're gonna put it up on the lift and inspect it so we can answer any questions you have about this beautiful car. Got big block under the hood, ready to rock and roll. I love that Boss 9 scoop out there too, man. Just looking absolutely gorgeous. This thing's sounding good, looking good, ready to head to the car show, man. Gonna collect some ribbons and trophies with this one for sure. Yeah, semi-truck, gonna have to go around. Shifter's feeling good. We got our Toploader 4-speed just like back in the day. Having fun, sounding good. Now you can give Tom a call anytime you'd like and he'll tell you all about this beautiful car and just how easy it is to park this dream in your drive. Let's listen to it. Just gorgeous, man. Trans feels good. Got plenty of horsepower. Downshifting nice. Power steering feels good. Down here on the dash you can see all the wood grains looking good. The faces of the gauges are looking good. Everything's nice and clear, looking sweet. It's got an aftermarket radio in it. She is a beauty. Sounding amazing too, man. Tell you what, let's take this baby for a ride. Head out to the car show. I'll tell you what, I think I'd drive this baby everywhere. Got plenty of power, man. I'm just barely touching the accelerator. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, we put every car up on the rack and take pictures, do our video and everything on the bottom, and we're gonna head back to the shop right now and do that. Here we go. We're here at 15100 Keel, Plymouth, Michigan, and we always invite you and or your inspector to come out and take a look too. So please, if you got the time and the means, come on out, check it out in person. We'd love to have you. All right, we're underneath the Mustang now, and it is pretty under here. I love these exhaust tips here. You can see that they've painted the gas tank black so it kind of disappears. You can see that the whole floorboard system has all been painted with the primer just like it would have been back from the factory. We got a brand new U-bolts here. We got a great looking paint job on our rear end housing. This is a 9-inch. You see we got new brake lines here. We do have drum brakes out back. You can see the brand new shocks here. You can see the traction bars. In this 9-inch Ford, we got a 350 gear. It is Posi. We got some good looking FlowMaster mufflers here. They've painted up the drive shaft. Looks like that the brake line's brand new going front to back. We got frame ties that are all welded in here. This is actually the battery cable running from front to back. The battery's mounted in the back there. We got the new fuel line mounted up here nice and tight. You can see all the frame members are all been painted up black, looking good. We got our Ford Toploader 4-speed trans with the explosion-proof bell housing. It does have a hydraulic throw-out bearing here. All the steering gear up here looks good. Looks like all the sway bar bushings have been replaced. The radius arm bushings look like they're new. We do have disc brakes up front. The lower control arms and the upper control arms also look like they're new. Chin spoiler looks good. I love these little supports on here too. Those look really cool. Gives it that NASCAR look. We've got great looking BFGs here, of course, wrapped on these Magnum 500s. I think these belong on every Mustang on the road, man. 225, 60, 15s. I just don't think you can do better Magnum 500s. Now working our way down, the pinch weld looks good. You can see the primer looks good here on the bottom. We got all new plugs here in the floorboard. Those are actually the access holes for the seats if you want to pull the seats out of it for some reason. Now out back here, we got more rubber on the road. We got 255, 60, 15s, and again, good looking Magnums. Guys, we're gonna lower this baby down and take a look at that 468 under the hood. All right, under the hood here, we got 460 power, and the previous owners told us it's been bored out to 468, so everything looking sweet. You can see the Edelbrock head sitting on top, the Edelbrock intake. It's got a big old 4-barrel sitting on top of that. It's a Brawler. Great looking valve covers on this thing, big tube headers. This is the pressure regulator for the fuel. Right here, you can see it does have power brakes. That's the reservoir for the hydraulic clutch. It's got a nice new aluminum water pump on it. I mean, everything on this thing is looking sweet. And of course, all the black paint job under here is all looking sweet. Just beautiful paint work, all the detail work looking good. Got a big aluminum radiator with some electric fans, keeping it cool. I mean, everything about this thing is sweet. Now I want to point out this, a lot of people freak out seeing the vacuum advance isn't hooked up. Well, the vacuum advance is all in the tuning. You can also see that it's got Petronics in it. It's electronic, because I can tell because we got 2 wires going in there. If it still had points, it'd only have 1. That vacuum advance, what's going on inside there is you've got centrifugal advance, and if that's all they want for the tuning, you don't need that vacuum advance. So give us a call at 248-974-9513 and let Vanguard Motor Sales park this dream in your drive.